So I could complain about my major all day, but I don't know if that makes for good podcasting.
Welcome to Direct to Video. VHS?
VHS?
DVD Extras. A podcast between podcasts where we talk about whatever we want.
Yep.
I got a question, Andy. What do we want to talk about?
All right. What do I want to talk about?
Well, yeah. Because here's the thing. I have noticed. I have come across a pattern in our conversations.
Uh-huh.
And we often talk about stuff like Star Wars or superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
We also, fairly often, come back to anime.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes just, like, whatever movie we've recently watched that isn't, like, one that we've watched for the podcast. I feel like we should broaden our horizons a little bit.
Well, how so?
Wonderful and new.
So here's the thing, right? Is I spend over 20 hours a week doing applied mathematics. So I could talk about applied mathematics all day. If that's pretty much the only other thing I do that isn't movies and anime is do math.
Right, I understand. I get it.
And the other things that we normally talk about when we're not recording are not fun, right?
That's the thing. I feel like we've done pretty well to cut down on the not fun stuff in the podcast. And I approve of this.
Actually, I do have something we can talk about, because I've been working on a side project that I think is worth talking about.
Yeah, okay, just one thing before you start. I do wanna mention it because I found it entertaining enough to put in the podcast, but it still made me mad. Your banana crunch.
I forgot I did that.
Yeah, you did.
How? Because I couldn't like go back and listen to the noises that I made into the microphone.
Yeah.
How was it? Great? Did it sound good?
It sounded pretty okay, actually.
It was a fairly squelchy banana. I expected more resistance than what I got.
There's a lot of good stuff in that episode.
Yeah, I'm excited to listen through it.
But man, that one got me.
I think what's the word? Dedicated it to you before committing the crime.
The crazy thing is, when I listened to like the raw, I could hear myself coming in while you were doing that, so I like just missed that live.
Yeah. You started talking, I think, almost immediately after the deed was done, and I was in my head thinking, oh, thank God, this is going to be hilarious.
What I found funny is I sort of began, like, shitting on you for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Unaware that there was a reason. And it was a good one.
That you just subconsciously knew Andy did something and I needed to give him shit for it.
Yeah.
We're drift compatible. We gotta get inside a mech and fight monsters now.
We're so not insane. Watched that movie and do not plan to.
Oh, you should. It's so much fun. The new one looks kind of bad, but I'm still gonna watch it because if it's anywhere near as fun as the last one, I'm gonna have a good time.
New one looks like Power Rangers. I saw a trailer. It looks like Power Rangers.
I'm okay with that.
I guess there are twice as many people as in Power Rangers by definition, but that's what it looks like to me.
Mm-hmm. No, because in Power Rangers, they would combine all 5 of them into one big Megazord, right?
Man, let's pretend I've watched 2 episodes of Power Rangers in my life.
You haven't watched Power Rangers?
I was like the one kid on the playground who was like, man, Power Rangers is stupid, huh?
I was like forbidden from watching Power Rangers. So I like had to like sneak VHSs in that friends lent me to my house and watch it like on the DL.
How could you be forbidden from watching Power Rangers? It was on at like 6:30 in the morning. Who else was up to stop you?
My dad would get up at 5:30 for work.
Ah, yeah, they got you good. Got you by the short hairs.
Yeah, my only option was to sneak in VHSs that friends lent me, and then watch those in like the middle of the afternoon when my grandma was taking care of us.
I wasn't allowed to watch Digimon.
What?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Digimon is like the best of the 3 kids shows of that era, in my opinion. It's like Digimon, Pokemon, and then Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh's not a kid's show. It's for teenagers, but fine.
You're telling me teenagers aren't kids?
It's just that I could get on my fucking soapbox about how they took a show that was like aimed towards like 14 and 15-year-olds and dumbed it down enough to aim it towards 7-year-olds and made it bad.
Now, I haven't seen the Japanese original.
It's very good.
But the English dub is pretty amazing.
That's incorrect.
There is something. I remember when I was a kid, there's like a scene where these 2 security guards like run in and they just point at Kaiba and they're like, "You need to stop." And I was like, "What are they gonna do? Kung fu him to stop?" Like, and then I watched a clip, the same clip from the Japanese version, and they had guns, and I was like, "Oh, that makes a lot more sense, actually."
That's a way better scene. He blocks bullets with his briefcase.
Yeah, because in the cartoon, he just kind of picks up his briefcase and runs at them.
Yeah. The amount of times that there is a gun replaced with a pointing finger in that show. There's this other great scene that's only in the Japanese version where Kaiba blocks a gun, stops somebody from shooting him by putting one of his cards, like, between the barrel of the gun right when the trigger is pulled.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so fucking stupid.
Isn't it? It's amazing.
That's awesome. So I know we're talking about anime again.
That was my fault.
So let's segue really quickly into talking about superheroes, but specifically role-playing superheroes, because I'm setting up and running like a superhero apocalypse world system for my friends Friday nights. So, and then it's becoming very apparent that the superhero media I consume and the superhero media that my friends consume is very different.
They're super into Batman v Superman?
No, thank God. But like, how do I explain? I'm like, I've been like struggling with this since I started writing out this campaign, like what I want to do, how I want to pull them into this world that I want to create without forcing them into it. But I also don't want to compromise on the world structure, because I don't want this to become like a shitty Saturday morning cartoon superhero world. I want this to be like more like Static Shock or Batman the Animated Series, or
like a good animated cartoon superhero world.
Yeah, like
God, I love Static Shock.
Static Shock is so fucking good. I don't know. It's like it's making me really like sit down and like what is it that I enjoy about superheroes? What is it that I enjoy about shonen anime? Like all these types, all this like these genres that are people punching things that make it more than just people punching things.
Right. Do you know what like characters your friends want to make? Are you trying to build it around their characters yet, or are you just
we're still kind of working out what their characters are and who their characters are.
Okay.
So we're still doing world building. These first 2 weeks are going to be world building and introduction and getting everybody set up for play. And then the campaign proper will start on the 3rd week. I'm getting an idea as to what they want, but I'm trying to push them into thinking about their characters as more than just a page with numbers on it. Right, but in order to do that, because they ask me all of these questions, and it's like, I I don't have a concrete answer for this because I still haven't really come to terms with what I want this world to be yet. You know?
Right. And that's kind of what I like about the Apocalypse World games.
Mm-hmm.
They let you get away with not having as much. And also, it seems like since the moves are so general, general's not the right word.
Abstracted?
More abstracted. Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is, like, I played D&D. We had, like, a year-long D&D campaign, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I never really got into it. And I think the reason for that was because, like, you know, you level up your character and you write down all their new moves and you think, well, I gotta use this move, but that move doesn't add anything to the character.
Yeah.
And the Apocalypse World games seem to be like, once you have this move, that means that the person you are is slightly different now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've always appreciated about them.
Yeah, no, and that's what I love about it too. But like the group that I'm working with, we've done D&D, 4E, then 5E, for the last kind of 3 or 4 years. And I've been trying to push them into using these more character-driven systems than the stat-driven ones.
Right.
So I did a brief D&D campaign and a brief Fate campaign with them to kind of ease them into it. And now I'm going into full dungeon world, and I'm realizing like, oh, despite all of this prep work that I've done with these other systems, they're still not quite at the level of thinking of their characters immediately as more than just the moves that they have access to.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to set up some scenarios that they can work with their characters amongst each other and in the world. Like, let them play in the world for a session without fear of consequence, so that they can establish who their character is and what kind of path they want their character to take. And I think the hardest thing is every time one of them's like, I want my character to do this later, and I have to tell them that's a possibility, right? But you shouldn't plan out your character's arc, right? Because depending on the actions that your friends take or the actions that your character has to make to compromise on their goals, they might want to at some point be something different. So don't think about your character as an arc that has to play out. Think of your character as a person who has a goal, and then along the way, what choices do they make that might change that goal? Play to see what happens, right? It's so hard to get them to do that, though. Like,
yeah.
And maybe it's because we both have listened to Friends at the Table, right?
I was going to ask you if you have listened to I don't think you have. You haven't listened to Counterweight, have you?
No, I haven't.
While you were talking, it made me think of that because halfway through Counterweight, they changed systems.
Uh-huh.
They start with, I think it's Mech Noir.
Mm-hmm.
Which is more crunchy.
Yeah. And
the character art plays isn't very well defined there. And then they switch to another... And they switch to an Apocalypse World game, and he gets this move called Exactly According to Plan or something, which just lets him appear somewhere because that's secretly how he planned it the whole time. And so suddenly his character is the one who plans everything, who secretly planned to be at the end in the end, you know? And
oh my god.
It's stuff like that I like seeing the stuff built around, or like how Jack's character, the robot, was treated as a small gang, and so every time he got into a fight, he's like, "But Austin, I am a small gang." And it's like that little stuff that defines, that ends up defining them, you know.
And I think it's just like maybe it's because they've had so much experience playing role-playing games the way in this way that I enjoy, that I need to teach my players to think about their characters as characters and not as a stat sheet, right?
Yeah.
Like, because so many of them approach playing a game like it's a game of chess, and then in between games of chess we have fun social encounters, and I'm trying to break that. Like, no, everything is a social encounter. If you choose to do combat, that is a social encounter. That's going to affect how you're viewed by both your other player characters and by other NPCs. I guess I need to, like, get them to really drill down and think about that more, and have them not focus so much on the moves and on the system.
Yeah, it's all habit, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to relearn something when you're sure of how to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, if you've ever seen that... Have you ever seen that video of the guy on the backwards bike?
No.
Okay, so what this is it's a bike, and when you turn the handle, the wheel turns in the other direction that you would expect it to.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So it's like, using an inverted controller, except for a bike, you're using your whole body, so it's, like, impossible to adapt to, because everybody knows how to ride a bike.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about how it took him, like 8 months to train himself to ride a bike this way, and sometimes he's still, like... sometimes something, like, clicks weird in his brain, and he tries to use it like a regular bike, and he falls off.
Mm-hmm. That sounds a lot like typing it with the Dvorak keyboard when you've used QWERTY all your life. It feels like you're having a stroke. Like you're like you're typing and you're backspacing. You're like, nothing. Why isn't anything the way I expected it to be?
Sometimes I think there's no reason for me to use a QWERTY keyboard. I should really look into one of these ones that's supposed to be, like, better for your wrists, or just, like, more intuitive. And then I think, well, there's no reason for me to use a QWERTY keyboard, except that I've been using one since I was 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I would drive myself insane.
It takes a lot out of you to change, especially when a habit is so ingrained, Role-playing games, man, like, they're so much fun, but there's so much work.
Mm-hmm.
I took this up thinking, I have a really light semester, so I'll have plenty of time, and then I got hit with these 3 projects, and now I'm just like, fuck. Well, I've already made the commitment, so I'm not going to back down now. So what do you want to talk about, Tony?
Man, I don't know if there's... God damn it. I just realized that there's literally one thing I can talk about that I haven't talked about before, and I don't want to.
If you can feel it out,
no,
and if you really don't want to, we cannot talk about it, and you can just cut it out.
It's just that, like... All right. So you guys know the Pokemon fanfiction I talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. Piss shit, motherfucker.
Yeah?
Ugh. Doing it again.
You're gonna start over?
I feel like such an asshole.
Why?
Oh, it's just that, like... Okay, so... A few weeks ago, I did, like, the amount of proofreading and editing on my book that I felt comfortable being able to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm, like, trying to get, like, more stuff done with that. That's, like, not just me.
Mm-hmm.
And in the meantime, I was like, alright, let's go back to, like, this fucking... This like, writing from the point of view of a preteen who's going on her Pokemon journey. And there's one reason I wanted to do this. It's one specific reason. It's because I really wanted to write dialogue between these 2 characters, and I couldn't do that until I started posting.
Yeah.
And what I've learned so far is that I have 2 characters. There's Ashley and Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
And Olivia is much more well-adjusted because her game is better. Like... Like when when you play the game, it feels like you're just playing a Pokemon game.
Yeah, this is a person who's in a world.
Yeah. And so, like, no one's trying to destroy the galaxy.
Yeah, or summon a world-ending beast.
Yeah, there's no evil cult. It's just like these fucking nerds who used to be in a mafia and aren't anymore. That's the bad guy in Gold and Silver. So she's like much more well-adjusted. But then on the other hand, Ashley's a badass.
Yeah.
Because she needed to be. Because if you play that game and you think about it like from a character perspective, this is a bunch of crazy shit happened to this person. So much so that before I started like actually writing down what her thoughts would be, I never finished the game because it was too stupid.
Oh my god.
Ugh. So that's basically what I've been doing. I've been going through and trying to tell these stories about chilling.
I wonder, cause I need to get my writing chops back up to snuff, which is a really weird way to say that I'm trying to practice writing more.
Yeah.
So that I can get the hang of writing more, as a person who prefers telling stories with my voice and kind of gesticulating and pontificating and ahhing and hemming and hawing. I want to clean that up. I want to have like a distinct prose and learn how to tell a story in a structure. Because that would help me as both a DM and also as a person who wants to create art.
Sure.
But as a person who is pressed for time, I don't want to have to think about creating a world more than I have to, or exploring themes that I don't really want to do.
Well, do you know what I'll say is I actually got this, the idea for what I'm currently doing. I think I got it from Janine Hawkins, who is a regular on Friends at the Table, as we've already talked about. Because she said one of the things she did that was like, that helped her, like, put her in the mindset, like the right mindset before she even started doing tabletop role-playing games was I think she said it was Dragon Age Inquisition. She was like streaming Dragon Age Inquisition, and she would keep a diary of like she'd keep an in-character diary for her Dragon Age Inquisition game to like add to her personal lore. And I think that is an interesting way to, like, you know, if you just wanna do a character thing without having to build a world around them, and the world's already there, you know, that's why fanfiction exists, right?
And yeah, and that's why I've been kind of feeling my way into writing fanfiction, but that's the thing is I want to grow as a writer, so I can't. It's not enough to just write something and then write something again. You have to post it. You have to put it out there so that other people can. Because once you put it out there, you stop thinking about it you stop thinking about it
finished.
Yeah,
once
and
it's out, it's finished, and you're not touching it anymore.
And it's no longer precious.
Yeah.
There's this habit, and I got it a lot as an artist who drew, where you would treat every project as if it was this like perfect little thing, and it could stay perfect as long as it was never finished. But once you put it out into the world and released it as a piece, all of a sudden it became critiquable, and you would see the flaws that you would ignore as a person working on it as a thing. The structural flaws, the meta flaws that you can't see when you're doing detail work. So that's the fight, right? Is like I need to do something and finish it and then put it out there.
Okay, so I have written over 1,600 comics and put them online, which is so many comics. I stopped and went to look.
That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I'll like go back and read them, and I'll think, I never remember my own jokes. So sometimes I'll go back and read them, and I'll, like, laugh. And I'll be like, hey, that one's funny. And I'll go to the next one, and I'll think, well, that one's not funny. But the next one might be. And the act of putting it out there does let you look at it from a new perspective, where it's just like, there's nothing you can do about it anymore. And you accept it for what it is. Yeah.
And I think it was Bernie Burns who used to write Red vs. Blue. Okay. I remember he mentioned on a podcast I listened to like years back that like he was in the middle of writing like season 9 or season 10, that he had to go back and rewatch all of the previous seasons because he had forgotten all of the lore that they had done. And he said that he had this this crazy moment where his girlfriend like would walk in on him and he'd be like in tears laughing at a joke that he had written like 10 years prior. And he talked about how weird it is to realize that you're your own best audience, like that he wrote those jokes because he found them funny 10 years ago and he still finds them funny now.
Right.
But also that those funny moments were so much funnier because he had written them, but also the moments that weren't funny, the cringy moments, were even more, I was going to say undulating, but I don't think that's the right word.
I don't think that's the word, but I understand what you're saying. You can't... So, the downside with putting something out there is that you will hate it immediately. I don't know an artistic person that this isn't true for. When you make something and you release it and it's not precious anymore, suddenly you hate it. And it takes a little while to get past the hate and actually see it for what it is, whether good or bad. But, ooh.
And but as a creator, I'm really looking forward to that, because with the exception of my work in mathematics, there is nothing that I have created and released to an audience to be graded on.
I'll say this, I haven't listened to our old podcast episodes in a long time. Because I'm not a masochist. But I did find that because I'm doing this with somebody else, I do like find my own jokes funny still and stuff like that, because it's not all me.
Yeah.
And like sometimes when I'm editing, the choice of whether or not I'll keep something in or put something out is like, did one of us laugh at this? Like, did we find it funny at that second? And if we didn't, maybe it just shouldn't be in here.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's like an exercise in narcissism, right? Like, you because you want to take the good things and you want to like put those in the spotlight and then take all the bad things and hide them away. You want to like, as an editor, as a podcaster, like the goal is to release something that is close to a representation of what you want to be seen as a commentator, with all of the bad stuff taken out.
I'm trying to there's something somebody said, I think it was an author, said something about how art is like half narcissism and half crippling self-doubt.
That sounds right. That sounds like a Kurt Vonnegut thing. I don't know.
It does sound like a Kurt Vonnegut thing. But it could have been anybody. There are a lot of smart people out there.
There really are. But I think that's why we both like hated listening to our original Lion King episode, because it was so much of that episode was just us trying to figure out what it is that we were doing. But I want
to go back and listen to Pocahontas too to see if that one's any good. I think it might be, which is the scary part.
It might be good, and that sucks. But like so much of that Lion King episode was left in because me and you still didn't quite know what it is we wanted this to be. And then once we figured it out, we started cutting out all the stuff we didn't want it to be, but not so in that first episode, right? Man, being a creator is hard.
I mean, I agree, but I don't want to say it out loud because That feels like the epitome of narcissism, doesn't it?
Oh, I do.
This thing I do basically for myself.
Is so difficult. It takes so much out of me.
I remember Balto 2.
Oh,
the
Jesus
first,
fuck.
I think that was the first, like, shockingly bad movie we saw.
Yeah.
And it like, talking about it broke me.
Yeah, I think by the end of that, we were both just so tired. Like, we were physically exhausted from the effort of having to talk about this film in a meaningful way, because it everything it does fights meaning. It abstains from being art so much. Oh man.
What a wonderful piece of shit.
Right? Like, it's... I don't want to say it's the perfect bad movie, because it's exhausting to watch and it's more exhausting to talk about, but it's definitely the perfect bad movie to hear people talking about.
It might be, yeah.
Because, like, I can... As a person who absolutely hated watching Beavis, Dodge, and Justice League, I adore... I think, or not I, but people adore listening to me talk about them. And I think it's because of that just subtle through line of rage that the moment I say the titles of those movies, like, my voice is laced with.
Subtle through line of rage. That might be the name of this episode.
That's it. Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's too much downtime. It's empty air. It's not good.
I think, and I was listening to another podcaster talk about this. I think we're both kind of hitting kind of an apex limit of how much we can talk about nothing.
I am offended, sir.
But
I can talk about nothing. Dude.
Yeah. Just call me dude.
Yeah.
That word does not sound good coming out of your mouth.
Wow. All right. Fine.
It's just you said it so harshly, like a teacher.
Fine.
Like, dude is supposed to be chill. What was the name of that principal from Back to the Future?
He's not the principal. He is the disciplinary something.
Well, what was his name?
Mr. Strickland. Ted Strickland.
Ted Strickland. Okay, because you said dude more like a Ted Strickland than a Keanu Reeves in... Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Back to the Future, I understand.
Yeah, Back to the Future. Oh, whoa, sorry, give me a sec. Let me imagine an alternate universe where Keanu Reeves played Marty McFly in Back to the Future. Amazing.
Great.
It would have won an Oscar.
Great.
I think it would have gone down in history as Steven Spielberg's best movie.
Okay. This is a good joke.
Was it? I didn't think so. I just love Keanu Reeves.
I was being nice.
But yeah, I think we're both kind of hitting like kind of a... We are no longer getting as much return creatively, right?
The thing is, we can talk for 3 hours about a bad movie.
Yeah.
And we can talk for a good amount of time if one of us decided to start playing the No Fear rap. But...
like, my heart grew heavy.
But sort of being set in front of somebody and saying, just shoot the shit for an hour.
Yeah.
It's not impossible or anything, right? It's not hard. This is not the difficult part. It's just that what comes out might not be super interesting.
It might not be good content.
It might not be good #content.
It's a good thing we're not known for a good #content then, right?
Isn't it, though?
Just set the bar low. That way we always clear it. You know, when you walk along the beach.
We've had a good conversation about art. Last week we had a good conversation about how you fall in love with everybody, and it's super weird.
Yeah, no. My friends are like catching up, and when they listen to that episode, I'm gonna get shit on. No, I'm not. I'm both excited and not excited for that.
I'm pretty psyched about it. I figure that'll be another DVD extras we can get into. Because
I just want to burn more bridges. Make my social life more awkward than it already is.
I know I said we weren't going to talk about anime, but I have watched like 3, maybe 4 of the series that you were talking about.
Yeah.
And I have come to a conclusion about romantic comedy anime.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to start seeing these people actually dating. Only in one of them do any of them end up actually dating?
Yeah.
And it's usually they get together at the end. Now, 2 of them have had like a definite series ending,
mm-hmm.
and they both did the same thing, which is the last 3 episodes are insane.
Yeah.
And that was okay for the one about witches, and not okay for the one about how these 2 people were basically dating anyway.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm used to, if I'm going to watch people in a romance on a TV show, it's usually like an on and off thing, or even just like an on thing. Like, they meet, they start dating, they get married, we see them as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
And with those ones, you never see them as a couple. Even Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun has basically people paired off as couples already. And they're not dating, except for kind of Seo and Waka. But Waka doesn't know it.
That one I think gives me the most stress.
I love it a lot.
It's so good, but also like how do they not know? How do they not know? Like, how does that... I was going to make a joke earlier, but I couldn't figure out the wording because I don't remember the phrasing of this particular, like, Christian meme.
All right.
I know. Bear with me. Where it's like...
this, or?
Where it's like, we're going to workshop it, and then once we'll get to the punchline, and it's a really good one. Because it's the Christian meme where it's like, you're walking along the beach, right? Well, where's that? How does it go? It's like...
it's like, yeah.
Is it, then who's...
So it's like, a man walks along the beach with Jesus.
Yeah, with Jesus.
And he looks
Why would you say it like that?
And he looks behind him.
You put 5 Y's in Jesus.
And looks behind him. Okay. So it's like the footprints I carried you thing.
Yeah. It's like he looks behind, and what's that part where there's only one set of footprints?
Why?
And that's the part
in the parts of my life when I needed you most, where there were only one set of footprints or something.
And yeah, and like that's the part where Jesus carried you. Is that how that goes?
Yes, that's where I carried.
Okay. I was gonna do all of that, except at the end, instead of saying Jesus, I was gonna say No Fear Rap, and that's the part where No Fear Rap carried you. But...
Oh my god, that's not okay.
But I just
joined it.
Oh man, yeah. Well, but when I needed you most, why was there only one set of footprints? Well, that was where No Fear Rap carried you. Like, my heart grew so heavy when you said No Fear Rap that I my mind immediately went to that meme.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus fuck. Am I a terrible person? Am I a horrible human being?
Probably not.
Probably not. I think I'm good.
Then again, you didn't watch The Good Place, which means
that
unlike everybody else in, I guess, like America, who turns on NBC, you do not constantly think about how you're making the world more terrible.
I mean, as somebody who has taken basic economics, and wants to go into economic study. I kind of do.
I didn't realize you were a part of the problem, Andy.
I'm not part of the problem. I'm the person who's telling everybody how bad the problem is getting and is ignored. That's going to be my job. I thought we were going to try to not talk about the sad things.
I was making a joke about the good place. You made it real.
Hey, this is just because the math work that I'm trying to get into is very distressing when you think about it.
It's run by Satan, invented by demons. I understand.
I mean, capitalism run by Satan, invented by demons. Yeah. Well, I mean, technically right now my research work is in like ionic flows and cell membranes.
Neat.
I don't know what it means either.
I mean, I know what a cell membrane is. I'm not an idiot. I feel like I'm going to need to push back against this.
No,
because, I am educated to a certain degree.
No, but I have to be. I legitimately don't really.
I know how to say acetaminophen.
I don't understand. You know how to say acetaminophen? That's nice.
It's one time I was listening to a podcast and they were like, acetaminophen? What is this?
Oh my god!
It's Tylenol. What are you talking about?
Acetaminophen. Jesus Christ.
I know.
I always make sure to ask whenever I'm given a drug how to pronounce it, because I don't want to sound like a fucking moron when I have to tell my doctor what I'm on.
That's fair. I just I have a lot of medical people in my family, and they don't refer to it by brand names. They say the type of drug it is.
Yeah. Fuck. Acetaminophen.
I mean, it's written down, right? And it's super long, and I get it.
No, but I
also don't understand how you go through your whole life without hearing the word acetaminophen.
Yeah. Right? That's so baffling to me. Maybe some people just don't talk to their doctors.
And maybe some people just never watch Scrubs.
Or House, or any medical show. Medical dramas are so prevalent, and they say the drug names pretty correctly on them for the most part, even if they apply them in the wrong situations most of the time. It gives me a real free shavakadu feeling.
I don't know what that is.
Huh? Fresh avocado?
Oh, I've never heard this.
It's a Vine.
I'm sure it is. That sounds, yeah.
Cantaloupe. Free shavakadu. So what are your plans then? What do we do to freshen up these podcasts between podcasts?
What do we do to get a better season 2? Is that the question?
Yeah, how do we like we're here, we're in season 2. How do we step up the game? When you
said we're here, my mind immediately went to where queer get used to it. Which is not applicable. I can't say all words. Let's not get crazy. Some words are just impossible. It's not applicable in this situation. But that didn't stop it from popping right into my head.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
We might have to start these off with prompts.
Yeah.
Or shit like that, like some sort of theme going in.
Maybe if we both just write down, because I know that over the course of a week, I have to see enough things on Twitter that I would have stuff to talk about for an hour, but because I don't write it down, it just kind of washes out of my brain. Maybe we both need to keep a running tab of things that we encounter on the internet. I could talk about this and write it down.
This week I had pierogies for the first time in forever, and I couldn't stop
talking about it. What the fuck is a pierogi?
What?
Isn't that like a dog?
What?
Isn't a pierogi? It's a dog. It's like a little dog. It's like a toy dog.
I'm just shaking my head silently. I'm baffled.
Is it not a dog?
It's like a noodle with potato inside.
People always post pictures of dogs and call them pierogis.
I'm so mad that we discovered this in the last 10 minutes of the episode. This could have been the whole thing.
Am I in another fucking strudel soup situation right now?
What the... Like, a papillon?
I don't know what that is either.
Okay, that's a dog.
Okay.
A corgi?
I can't help you, man. I know what a corgi is. Those are the queen's dogs.
Okay.
I can't help you, Tony. I just always thought it was a dog.
I can't help you, Andy. That's what's happening here.
Oh my god. So it's a noodle?
It's like ravioli, but instead of cheese or meat, it's potato.
Okay, so it's like it's like a Chef Boyardee, but with potato.
Okay, that was insulting to entire cultures.
I've never had real ravioli.
Huh? What? No. What? Okay.
Yeah, I've only had Chef Boyardee. Listen, there is a reason why I don't know what half of these foods are called, and it's because for a long time I just thought it was Chef Boyardee. I didn't realize ravioli was like an actual thing.
Oh my god. This is crazy. So I grew up in Cleveland, where there are a lot of Italians and also Polish people. Mm-hmm. So we know what ravioli and pierogies are.
Okay. I grew up in...
and I guess in Southern California and New Mexico, you just don't know that.
Well, there's a massive Hispanic population in all of the places where I live, like 99% Hispanic, most of them immigrants. So I know what a lot of Mexican foods are.
Sure.
I'm a first generation immigrant, so
give me the name of a Spanish food that I don't know.
I don't.
It'll make us even.
Most of them have been like sold at Taco Bell, so
in that case, it's not even. I don't understand how you haven't eaten ravioli, like real ravioli, before. You just buy it frozen. It's not hard.
I don't cook. The only thing I cook is eggs and potatoes.
Okay, but imagine one of those potatoes was wrapped in a noodle and had like some cheese.
That sounds like a lot of work.
And, well, you don't have to wrap it yourself. It's the 21st century.
You can just buy a potato that comes wrapped in noodle.
Yes! That's how you do it. It's also frozen.
I said that as a joke, but then I realized, no, wait, that actually is how that would work.
That's what it do.
I'm
boil it for
the
5
one that's
minutes,
wrong.
Put some butter on it. Sour cream if you're into that.
Oh, I've never been into sour cream.
Me neither. Lots of people like it. Let's end this charade.
God, this is fucking, so many foods in my life. Oh my fuck.
Pierogi a dog. Do you mean a dachshund? What do you mean?
I like how I was angry at first, what's wrong with you? And then I realized, no, wait, this has happened to me too many times for me to be right. And immediately I went on the defensive.
I just want to know what dog you're thinking of.
I don't know. It's just I sometimes somebody posts photos of these small dogs and they're like, oh, look at the little pierogi, and I guess it's just a pet name for their dog and not actually what the dog is.
It's a pet name, but Kish. Thank you for listening to Direct to Video. VHS DVD extras.
Oh fuck.
I'm so tired.
I have to go do so much schoolwork right now. So.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's fine. This is my lightest day in the week. So, but now I have to think about the fact that fucking pierogies aren't dogs. That's gonna be the rest of my fucking day.
I'm genuinely shocked. God. I've been your host, Tony Robusto.
And I have been your host, Andres Reyes.
You can find me on Twitter at TheaterBats.
And you can find me on Twitter at royalty_valens.
Yeah. And you can find a comic that I do on inspiredbytrueevents.org. And I'll put some more links in the description for the newer, other Pokemon fanfiction. In case you thought, I have some Pokemon fanfiction provided by this podcast I listen to. What if I wanted more? I got you. Got your back.
Right there. Those are the parts where Jesus is fanfiction. Fuck. Tony's fanfiction carried you. I can't believe it. I had the punchline and I mucked it. Oh, man. A big thank you to Lee Rosevere for his theme song, Penguins on Parade, from Music for Podcast 3. You can find a link to that in the description as well. Mm-hmm. And if you have time, be sure to drop by iTunes or Google Play and give us a 5-star review. Yeah.
And go to directc.video. I haven't updated it in a while, but there's still some, funny little videos on there. Mm-hmm. And, you can just listen to... If you want to listen to the podcast online, it's all streaming on there. You can do that.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know how you get off. Just okay, whatever.
Wait. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Oh, man. Are we good?
I think we're good. I am the ghost of John Smith.
All right. Oh, I did the Tetris theme song that time. Fuck.
You did the what theme song?
The Tetris one.
Oh my god.
How long do these, that was a really long, and I wanted to highlight it, but